Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages, is Aussieverse, and we are back today to talk about the Royal Rumble. We are proudly sponsored by Comic Bookaroo, and I just want to give a quick shout out to our four lifers. These are the people that do spend $1 or $2 every single month and help Aussieverse. Thank you oh so much, and I love chatting to you guys. If that's something you're interested in, please join the link and see what you think. Otherwise, the best way to support Aussieverse is just by subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Now, I am going to start off with the presentation. So it was actually quite good. I've got to admit, the stage, we knew it was going to be WrestleMania worthy given the location. And it was, man. That stage was pretty freaking cool. I really liked how they had the lights on all of the seats, which I hadn't seen before. And if they have, well, so be it. But, yeah, man, I liked it. I really did. The reason why I'm a little deflated, by the way, is because of what happened today, which I didn't expect. After AJ Styles, I just sort of, but it did look good. It did look good. We did start off with the Women's Royal Rumble. I did notice that they said, during the men's and the women's, actually, they stuffed it up twice. They said every 90 seconds a wrestler's going to come out, but on the graphic it said 2 minutes. And it just still shocks me today how you can have such a multi-million-dollar company screw something so simple up. But it ended up being every 90 seconds. And Charlotte Flair was number one. And as soon as Charlotte Flair came out, you knew Alexa Bliss was going to be number two. But they didn't end up fighting. Not really. They teased it a bit. And then they just sort of went a little backwards and forwards, teasing each other. And then they teamed up until Cyclops-looking Ivy Nile came out and did some good stuff. One other person that looked great was Kiana James. Her lifting Nia was pretty cool, man. Was pretty cool. I didn't mind that. And then we had Alexa when she went over the rope. I thought, man, was that an accident? Because I would have thought Alexa would have stayed in this thing longer. I feel like that may have actually been an accident. G'day, Ben. Javier, I didn't actually say g'day to you, so g'day, man. It was funny. But yeah, man, I thought to myself, no, man, Alexa Bliss was meant to be in this for longer. So I feel like it might have been a mistake. G'day, Sam. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks. Thanks a lot for joining.
It's all right.
I was just saying I'm a little deflated because of what happened in the PLE.
I've had a few hours to get over it, but yeah, I was not in the best mood.
Yeah. So for now, this will probably be a quick video because I don't think we're very happy to be here. But we are talking about the female Royal Rumble. I was just saying, I feel like the Alexa Bliss was an accident. Like she slipped and she wasn't meant to be kicked out so early. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's kind of what it looks like to me.
I don't know. I thought a lot of the eliminations in both Rumbles actually were just quite odd.
Yeah.
I thought the whole event was quite odd, to be honest.
Well, I have written
what
notes.
What do you think of... Okay.
No. What do I think of?
No, I was just gonna ask you, what did you think of how the stadium looked? In particular, the seating. To me, it was very obvious, and I actually spent a lot of time, maybe too much time, sort of looking at the crowd, and because they had these LED lights right on a lot of the chairs, and when the lights were on, the stadium looked empty.
Yeah.
And it was very, very weird.
I did notice that, but I didn't pay that much attention to it because I've got such bad eyesight. I just chalked that down to me,
Okay.
But now that you mention it, yeah, It really did. I was saying though that I did like the lights on the seats, which is maybe what.
I do too. I like the idea of them. I just feel like during the match, I don't know, they had them on during the match and it made the stadium look empty. And I don't know. When they turned them off, I think halfway through the event, and it looked a bit better. You could see that it wasn't empty. It was actually quite full, I think.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I just found I think so. I think halfway through um the whole show, I think they must have realized that we need to turn these off.
Claudia, my partner, pointed out Roxanne Perez looked like she'd dressed from as Shago from Kim Possible.
I believe so, yeah. There was actually this great video that Jordan Grace posted on Twitter.
Instagram.
Or
Twitter,
X.
okay.
It's probably on Instagram as well. I'm not sure. I think she's really on her social media. Where her and like the bunch of girls just, I guess they sort of like made fun of their costumes a little bit. Like they recreated the Power Rangers intro.
Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that. I've got to admit, there's a few of them that I do follow because I do like. You know who I love following on Instagram, and I don't know where she is because I don't know if you watch NXT, but she's been gone for ages. Rizzo from the family. You know she's so funny, man. She does these cooking shows and she does it in her character. You know.
Oh, nice.
It's called stirring the pot. I'm stirring the pot. You know. Anyway,
Good stuff.
Natty, I actually wanted to ask you because it's been a while since I've seen you, and we spoke about the whole Natty persona and never happened. How do you feel about that?
Long time coming. I loved it. I mean, watching Raw. I mean, I didn't watch Raw this week actually, but I saw what happened, and I could tell, like, you sort of just know, okay, this is when they're going to debut the characters at the Rumble. Sometimes I don't know if the Rumble's a good place to debut these characters. I think they should. I think it would be better to have.
Hey.
Hi.
G'day. So this is the first time I'm meeting Courtney, and is it just yourself, Courtney, or Riley as well?
Riley's here as well. He's just off camera at the moment, but he is here.
This is my friend Samantha.
Hi.
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 What's the squares?
We know Courtney and Riley from SingleIssue Steve. We were just talking about the female Royal Rumble, and we were basically just up to the Natty persona sort of things.
Yeah.
I think I just came in. Who was just speaking before?
Samantha.
Samantha. I think I agree. Look, personal Natty hater over here, but she does have a new character, and I did sort of go, well, I guess they won't do anything with this because they've kind of just mixed her in. Like, she's now fought with Maxine and then been eliminated, so it all seems for naught when they do it in the Rumble. I think when they do a character change, because it clearly hasn't paid off. So I think I'm sort of in agreement that I don't know if the Rumble's the best place to say, I have a new attitude now. Let me stand in the corner and stomp somebody for 20 minutes.
Yeah, not only that, it's just I don't know if Saudi is the place to sort of like, okay, the men's Rumble, right? Powerhouse Hobbs debuted.
Oh,
I don't crickets. Yeah, I don't even think like big debuts like this. I don't think Saudi.
See, I thought I made a note later on. Sorry, Sam, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's right.
I was going to say I made a note later saying that I think the crowd is really quiet for the women, and I didn't know if that was me just reading into things there or not. But because they seem to be a bit louder later on, there was only like apart from Rhea Ripley, they didn't really seem to pop at all.
In Brie mode, Brie got one of the biggest pops of the night.
Yeah. Saudi seems to be a big stars kind of place, so only the big stars get any reaction and everyone else is kind of forgotten. I feel like they must watch a lot of highlight shows or something.
I feel
also,
like
no, you're right, go ahead. You're good.
I feel like these Saudi shows I feel like there was this expectation within WWE that American fans were going to fly over for the Royal Rumble, like how a lot of Europeans fly over to Saudi for the big boxing matches.
Mm, yeah.
And I just don't like. Most Americans don't even have passports. Like
Yeah.
they just don't. It's not their thing, and they're not going to travel to Saudi for a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Europeans might. Like, was the UK is about a 6-hour flight? Is that right?
I don't know. Yeah. Look, I just thought the whole Rumble was really off for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too with the women, I was watching because people were talking about the arena looking empty, even though that was mostly those lights, I think. But I think for a lot of it too, because of the cultural conventions, I think a lot of the men see themselves out for some of the women's matches as well. Like they check out because apparently outside was really packed at certain times. So maybe out of what they view as respect, they don't watch the women's match. Potentially, I don't know. I don't want to stereotype a whole group of people, but
Well, moving on then with people like Jordan Grace, I expected her to last a lot longer this year. Same with Julia, because we know that
Sorry, WWE gives us this epic face-off with Io, Julia, and Asuka in Saudi.
Yeah. Where they
won't
definitely
forgive
don't
you
watch
for this,
NXT.
WWE. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I won't forgive them for that.
Yeah, they don't watch NXT, and which means they certainly don't watch Japanese wrestling, right? Like, that's certainly not happening.
I don't think they watch AEW either because they didn't know who Powerhouse Hobbs was.
No, that all those people, like even that with the women, should have happened in like the hit place, like a Chicago.
They did the other NXT face off with Oba and Javon and
Trick
Williams, and everyone was like,
who are these three men we haven't seen before?
Yeah, they had no idea because I don't think that they would watch NXT. But yeah, Jordan Grace is going to be an absolute superstar. She should have got more time, but I don't know what was happening.
Yeah. Is anyone else though thinking with the Kiana Julia thing? I think Kiana's going to be the star there. Like they gave Kiana a bit of shine up.
And she can wrestle.
I feel like they've given up on Julia at this point. It hasn't worked, and I don't think they know how to make it work.
I had no idea Kiana James could wrestle. I just knew that she's had 800 figurines in each target. I didn't even know that she could do stuff. So that was interesting.
Yeah, she'd been in NXT for a while before coming up to the main roster. And Julia, I don't think, I think that's all WWE. Just because I don't think that she was as good as promos as Stephanie Vaquer. So they wanted one of them to be skyrocketed, and they chose Stephanie. But
Stephanie's got such a look, though. But I think Julia has a great look as well. I mean,
same.
So I was a huge fan of Julia in NXT. Basing off her look. Sorry, we got Children Day today. Basing her off her look, and she did seem really cool in NXT. When she's come up to WWE, I don't know if it's been the booking for her. I don't know if it was putting the title on her so soon, but yeah, I just feel like she's completely fallen off, and it's a real shame because Stephanie's she's gone up and Julia hasn't. Sol will have a Stephanie Vaquer effect. She'll just go straight to the top, even probably more so than Stephanie. But yeah, Julia's a shame because she's really cool.
Yeah, then we had Chelsea Green come in and steal the show as normal.
Our queen.
Chelsea Green, just as soon as her music hits, she really makes the most of every second she gets. She feels like a star every time she's on.
We pledge allegiance to Chelsea every time. We are a Chelsea Green household.
Mm-hmm.
And then Michael Cole ended up calling Io Sky the best wrestler alive today.
Oh, did he really?
He's done that a few times. Yeah.
Yep.
At least it's better than Wade Barrett trying to not subtly come on to all the wrestlers, which is
male, female, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he made a really weird comment during the Rumble tonight.
Oh, did he? So we didn't have much of the commentary because we were
live on TikTok.
Was he being weighed about everything?
He said something really weird about, I think it was during the women's Rumble actually, and he mentioned Dom, and he said, and Dom's the best lover in the world or something.
Yeah, he did. And then he goes,
I think we moved on a bit quickly from that.
and then he goes, and you can take my word for that. And I instantly went,
weird.
Is Wade having an affair with Dom?
Who knows at this point?
But you know what? Strongest woman in the world, Dom's wife. Emotional, just solid. It's like that is a secure woman.
Yep.
We then had JC Jane come out, which was great. Nikki Bella, Kalani Jordan was great as well. Brie Bella, I couldn't give a rat's ass about. That's just me.
She's so over with her husband's.
You know when I started not like, because I was always a Brie fan and not a Nikki fan, but then when I saw the reality show that they were on all the time, Total Divas, I really just started to dislike Brie a lot, and I started to realize that Nikki's actually not bad. She's actually a cool person.
Yeah.
What was the comment that AJ Lee made to Brie Bella?
Talent isn't sexually transmitted. Yeah. But I think, do you know what? I think I agree with you in the sense that I think they're obviously like, they're sort of in real life, it seems, sort of vapid valley girls, but Brie seems to think she's like this intellectual, and I think that's what makes it worse. Like Brie thinks that he is her husband. It's like, no, you're the same as your sister. Your sister is honest about what she is, and that's cool. I'm okay with Nikki being like, I like making money, and that's fine. That's all good. Yeah, who would have thought Nikki is the better worker of anything?
And Charlotte Flair lasted forever until Lash Legend eliminated her. Lash Legend looked great.
Yeah, she's going to be a good one. Superstar.
I thought Rhea's elimination with Raquel was quite shocking, as in it was underwhelming. But then Liv eliminating Raquel, where's that going to go?
That was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the highlights of the show for me, is the breakup of the Judgment Day. Like, honestly, because not much else happened, but that is a very obvious
something's going to happen.
That's a very obvious thing that's going into
in the last 5 years.
Well, yeah, I know.
Going since COVID.
And we're just like, we're looking forward to like Mania. We're trying to figure out what's going to be the direction for Mania, and that, like, we'd be happy for a Liv Raquel.
Some sort of Liv Raquel situation. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Final four, I always get excited at picking who the final four is going to be for any one of them. And in this one, we know now, it was Liv, Sol Ruka, Tiffany, and Raquel, and Sol, man, I wanted Sol to win when it was like the final.
She's a superstar.
She will be a star.
That's the Soul Snatcher is one of the best finishes, I reckon.
I still reckon Randy Orton needs to lift his game. He needs to start doing flips into RKOs. Just steal the Soul Snatcher.
He's not going to start now.
He could definitely do that at his age and size.
Yeah.
But it was an exciting ending, wasn't it, when Liv did win it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good. I liked it.
And she is. Look, I would argue, I think Rhea has sort of transcended the women's division, which then to me makes Liv the biggest female star in the company. Obviously without Bianca being there.
Oh, that was that was a big letdown, was not having Bianca back.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
But we got Chamber, so I mean,
Yeah, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe there's issues or something going on
with her finger.
Well, I don't know, because we also haven't seen Montez around.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe. No, I doubt she's secretly pregnant or anything. But
no. Anyway.
Then straight after the Royal Rumble, they ended up showing Obafemi working out, which I thought was such a dumb move, because even though we all knew he was going to be in the Royal Rumble, why did you have to show him working out? Wouldn't it have been better just him coming and popping out.
They have been promoting him.
Yeah, I actually said he needs, because the amount of like those what do they call them? The little promo packages.
Mm.
They've been doing it for so long that I was like, they need to debut him sooner, or else it's going to be like for those of you who've been watching wrestling a while, a Kazani situation of like, this guy is just going to be, it's going to be underwhelming when he turns up.
He was so good though.
He kicked ass.
He was. I was thinking I was going to be let down, but he was good.
I've been saying to my girlfriend Claudia every week on NXT for months, just wait until this guy gets on the main roster. He's just going to murder everyone.
Him and Trick, like, just, yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. So I've on NXT, I found Oba, it almost didn't fit because it's like this sort of developmental, very wrestling heavy. He makes more sense on the main roster. It's almost like the main roster structure seems easier for that character than the NXT one. Like, I think it works that he is just a beast that kills, and it just works so much better.
Then it went to the Gunther and AJ Styles match, which was the one that got me and Samantha quite upset. The first thing I did notice, though, is that with Gunther's intro, that went for so long that we ended up, this could just be me, but I ended up hearing a part of his intro that we normally don't hear because that was going for so long. And at the last minute of him standing around looking tough, it was this like this really, it was like all of a sudden we're at an opera. And I'm like, I don't think that song was meant to be played that long. It really lost its impact for a while if you go back and check that out. But yeah, man, Samantha, you talk with this one first.
So with AJ, okay, so AJ lost the match, right? And then he was taking his gloves off and putting them, and then he put them back on. And so his career was on the line. So in the post-match press conference, Pete Rosenberg and Triple H both said that they had this discussion with AJ, or Triple H said that he's had this discussion with AJ and had been going on for a while, and this is a retirement. But to me, when I watched AJ put those gloves back on, I think AJ is going to AEW.
Well, because he didn't put his shoes in the ring either.
Oh, look, Riley's got a whole Riley's got a whole theory around AJ Styles.
Similar to yours, Samantha, although I don't think he's going to lock himself in. I think he's going to negotiate sort of short deals. I don't think he'll go
exactly
be contracted, but like he'll turn up in New Japan. So I was sort of going through a list, and I'm not a big AJ guy, so like I'm going like clearly he's going to want to fight Kenny again. There's probably some Okada. He'll want Okada. I don't know who's left in New Japan that he'd go to, but I think he'll do some stuff. But yeah, it definitely. I think it will be short term.
He can do some appearances in New Japan if he's with AEW.
Yeah, true. So I don't see it being a long contract. I would hope it's not. Like I wouldn't want a Copeland thing where he kind of wears out his welcome. But yeah, look, I think that's it's people saying TNA. It's like, well, he already kind of did TNA, and there's no one in TNA for him now. But yeah, it'll be something like that. I don't think it'll be a full on like he is now this guy. I think he'll be maybe like the Cody tour before AEW happened. Like he'll just float around, or Cardona.
Oh man,
I still think AJ is going to retire this year. I just think,
yeah,
he'll probably pop up in somewhere else. I just thought it was really interesting in the post-show press conference where they sort of made it sound like they sort of made it, especially Rosenberg, just I don't know. I just got the feeling that they made it sound like if AJ does go elsewhere, he's it's the wrong thing to do.
It's in the naughty books.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, look, it's because he will go out this year. I agree because I think he's known he was going to retire since he had that when he returned and got injured straight away. I think he sort of went, oh, okay, like I've got bits that are going to break down here. But yeah, and he's got like a kid in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't know how salty they'll be, but like I don't know, man. Since the new Unreal, I'm not above seeing Triple H as being a petty sook. So
Yeah.
He should make a third world title and just give it to himself, and he'd be permanent champion.
I think The Rock already has the third imaginary title, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We then had Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre for the world title, and I'm not going to lie, like I've said it repeatedly before, I've got no interest in Sami Zayn, so I wanted Drew to just murder him.
God, me neither.
I do, but I can't living with this one. So
I just could not care less about Sami Zayn. I don't know what.
I don't know when it happened. You were invested when he was in the Bloodline.
A few years ago, I was invested, but I just he annoys the.
He overpromises and underdelivers constantly. It's the new LA Knight.
Just his face annoys me now, so I'm happy. Drew's always been my boy though, so I was happy.
Yeah, I think
Right,
for me with Sam,
what did you think of that one?
I muted it so I could read Spider-Man, so I'm not the one to ask about this match.
Fair.
But I will go back to this. What's that?
I actually fast forwarded like about 5 minutes of the match just to speed it up because I was so deflated from I was so deflated from AJ Styles, and I'm like, I just want to get to a little bit further in the match so I can get happy with the Royal Rumble again.
I just thought actually, like, we're obviously, I know, imagine going to be critical of the crowd being really quiet in the main event, but they were given AJ Styles retires, then Sami Zayn, who despite being a Syrian Canadian, they've just used as the local Saudi guy, loses flat too. No shenanigans, just loses. And they're like, come on, guys, get fired up for this hour-long match. Like, why would they would have been so burned out because they would have been so invested in Sami.
That's what I mean. Like the flow just didn't really seem to match. You know, why wouldn't you have put AJ at the end if you were going to do that?
Yeah, something. And I was certainly underwhelmed at the result of the main event, which we'll get to. But yeah, look, Sami is a weird one for me where it's like I was so invested. If they had done it when he first turned to the I want to be a champion and everyone doubts me, he needed to do it like within that calendar year. He's been doing that for like 2.5 years now. Of like, I'm a contender. It's like, well, you're clearly not, Sami.
Yeah.
Like, it's gone past like underdog to like delusional.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree 100% with that. And then we have the last match, which was the Men's Royal Rumble. I did find it funny that the ring announcer had to check his notes as to make sure.
I hated that ring announcer.
For the heavyweight undisputed
ring, you know. But then we had Obafemi as number one, which I nearly just exploded in my seat for. But then we had Bron Breakker as number two, and I just looked at my girlfriend and was like, oh my god.
The future.
But then look what happened. We had the whole guy in a black hood. Is it Seth Rollins? Is it not? Coming and taking out Bron Breakker, and then Bron gets eliminated straight away. Well, how did you guys feel about that bit? Oh, see you later.
It's gone. I mean that's a big elimination for Oba. No matter what the circumstances were around it. Who do you think is in the black hoodie? Because I saw a lot of speculation for Finn.
Yeah, tattoo though.
No hand tats.
Oh.
Unless he makes makeup.
He did this neck thing. He did this neck thing like Bron Breakker.
Yeah, it's not Dean Ambrose.
I was going to say it was very Moxie-ish if he had somehow lost his body weight and went back to Ambrose's body.
I like Adam Pearce would be fun.
Yeah, he's too stonky. That guy was so thin.
But he's a bit chunky, yeah.
Adam Pearce would be fun actually if they did that.
No idea.
Yeah, man. I just hope they don't drag this out. You know,
it's not like an NXT person. Yeah, Saints could fit the bill.
Oh
If Ricky
God.
Saints goes to the main event scene before Ethan Page, I'm not going to be happy.
I like that you have the same taste. I was worried about being like offending someone by saying Ricky Saints. Not it for me,
No.
but
Yeah. No, I like Ricky Saints, but I love Ethan Page.
Ethan's a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Saints though, but I thought Saints when it was Theory,
Nah, you could tell by
the
the
booty.
junk in the trunk. It was too obvious.
That's what notice. That's why they're putting him in baggy clothes now. Make it
Yeah.
harder.
And was it me, or when the male entrants were coming out and they did the buzzer, they didn't do that for the women, did they? Or am I tripping?
No idea.
I don't know. I just found it seemed like 10-second transitions. Like they were in the ring for 10 seconds and there was a new person.
Yeah.
That's
Well, just remember-
exactly what I said. I said that it seemed for some entrants there seemed to be like a 2-minute gap between entrants, and then for a lot of them it seemed like there was only about 30 seconds. It
Mm.
was
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, Titan time is a thing, but like, yeah, but there was all these like they had these big standoff moments and then just immediately broken, like the Ober Brock standoff, and immediately someone turns up.
Oh,
like,
that
what are you
that
doing?
is
Let him
that
stand
is
there for a
something that
bit.
I'm very keen on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
All right. We might have to jump off the live because we have children duties. But thanks for inviting us on. We hope to come on again another time.
No worries. Great meeting you.
You too. See ya.
so,
See ya. So Sam, we'll close it out with the finishing off the Royal Rumble. I've got a few more notes here. Rusev coming back, but then being tossed out so quickly, I thought that was bullshit. I did not like that at all. I think Rusev deserves better.
Okay.
No, you don't agree?
Well, I think a lot of the eliminations were just really weird. Just the whole match in general. I had a bit of a problem with the whole thing, to be honest. It was just, I don't know. It just in both women's matches, in both the women's match and the men's rumble, it felt like nothing mattered until the last like 10 minutes.
Okay.
It was really weird, and then the whole match, just like overall, both of them. I don't know if it was because they're in Saudi and the crowd was just off. I don't know, but everything just felt meaningless to me. I felt like there was just no excitement for anything. It was just really weird. And you know, I've heard the term soulless being thrown around a lot, and I thought it was quite evident in this one. Like I really understood what people have sort of been talking about. It felt soulless to me. It just felt like nothing.
How does that make you feel when it comes to regards to WrestleMania next year being in Saudi?
Oh, you can have your WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, but they shouldn't have another Royal Rumble. I think the Royal Rumble is such an exciting event. And I've sort of been down on WrestleMania for quite a few years. It just feels like it feels sort of the same, or it just feels like it's made for people now who don't watch. Like this is their sort of big event to if you're not a regular viewer, this is the event that you come in and watch, and it's supposed to grab you.
I'd never
What's
thought
that?
of it that way. I said, God, I hope you're wrong. I'd never thought of it that way.
I'd love to be wrong. I wish I was
Yeah.
wrong. That's just the vibe I've sort of been feeling for a few years.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like WrestleMania is for the people that watch every week anymore. It's for like
So,
I don't know. I've just been feeling down about WWE, which I mean, I go through moments where I love it, and
Yeah.
lately I've had a lot of moments where I just haven't enjoyed it, and it just
Yeah.
makes me angry a lot of the time. Like I remember being angry after last year's Rumble,
yeah.
and this one is the result was kind of the same. I wasn't angry, but I was just like the same stuff.
Yeah.
The same stuff that we've had for the past 10 years. Like when
Yeah.
sorry, I'm just gonna be real quick. When when Dragon Lee entered the Rumble, I don't know what it was. It's not I'm not like this massive Dragon Lee fan or whatever. Oh, the worst thing that WWE has done, and I'm sorry if anyone's a Jey Uso fan, but the worst thing WWE has done is allowed the Usos to be main eventers, because no good in the world has happened.
I got to agree.
Yeah, I thought Gunther actually should have won, to be honest. And I felt like that after he retired John Cena. I just thought, you've just given this guy a massive moment. Everyone's talking about him. People who don't watch WWE watch John Cena's last match. You now know who Gunther is.
Yeah.
After you retire John Cena, what's the next step? You win the Rumble, you main event WrestleMania. Like, you're the guy. And I don't know.
And that didn't happen.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get you. Where does Gunther go now? Beat Cody at Mania or retire Brock or Jericho at Mania? You're so right, Samantha. I can't stand the Usos in the main event scene.
I think that is an unpopular opinion, though, because I mean, clearly looking at the crowd, they love Jey Uso, but maybe they just love his theme song. And
yeah, I just think it's the theme song. I was thrown off by Charlie's comment because one of the things that I was dying to see, which didn't happen, and I completely forgot about it because it's just been such a busy day, I guess, is Jericho. Yeah, I thought Jericho was coming.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yep. I did hear, though, in one channel that I watched that he is on tour in February with Fozzy. So it kind of doesn't make sense for him to come at the Royal Rumble then be on tour for a month. So
if he returns to WWE, that's a Raw after Mania.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because I don't think he's going to return just on a random event in February.
Yeah. And then we've got, let's see here, we had Javon Evans in his first Royal Rumble, Trick Williams, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Crowd went crazy for Trick.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, you know what, though? I can't believe there was no Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Right? I was expecting that face-off.
No Carmelo.
Friends or something. Especially because Kalani was in the women's.
Well, he had to make way for Mr. Iguana and Lapaka. The Rumble is full.
How did you feel about those two coming in?
Oh, good for them. That's really how I felt. I'm like, get your Saudi money, you know.
Yeah.
Lapaka, great. I love all the moves. But
I just kept getting visions of Triple H at the table making the deal with that AAA boss and saying, yeah, we'll put two of you guys in each Royal Rumble for the next 10 years, you know, as part of the contract negotiations. We then had, Cody Rhodes obviously came in earlier. The Vision started teaming up. LA Knight came back. Which
what a pop.
Sorry?
What a pop.
It was a pop, but did it really matter? He didn't really do much.
I mean, how do you feel about LA Knight? Because I've never been the biggest fan, but I also I look at the crowd when he's in the ring and they love him. And then I watch things like Unreal and you can tell people backstage don't love him.
Is that in season 2, is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. I'm more interested to see it now. I've only seen the first season. I've heard other places basically what you've said, which is why he hasn't been pushed. But I don't know, man. I mean, I like him, but there's a lot of other people that I'd be pushing that I've been saying for years. Like, look at Tommaso Ciampa. I've been saying for ages he should be at the top, and he's just gone and left, which is really upsetting, but good for him, I guess.
Yeah, he won a championship today. He won the TNT championship.
Oh, did he? Okay, cool. Yeah, man.
Spoiler alert.
We then had Brock Lesnar come in, the Oba and Lesnar stare down. So hopefully that actually happens. Then we had the Miz come in at the perfect timing when it was Ober and Brock Lesnar. Perfect Miz. To this day, still makes me want to shake the Miz's hand and just say thank you for entertaining me for so long, for so many years. Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Orton, and Gunther and Penta. I think Penta was eliminated like a dumb shit. I thought that was really dumb the way that he got eliminated. It was just ridiculous. Look at this. Bunk, how are you, dude? At this point, it's just not happening for LA Knight, right? I watched him grab the US title live. He's over, but he just treads water on the roster. Yeah.
It's like, do you remember? I don't know if you'll remember. It was sometime last year, and I think it was after the Rumble when LA Knight grabbed that fan sign on TV as he was making his way down the ramp, and it said that it was something like "We want LA Knight, not Yeet," or something, or not Jay, or whatever.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like, it's just gotten worse for him.
It's convenient timing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bunk, I'll
It's
tell
a
you to
shame
jump.
because, like,
We're going to be going in a sec.
yeah.
Sorry, Sam.
No, I just want to point out, like, I just want to go back to what I was saying before because I forgot what I was saying. I'm not like this massive Dragon Lee fan. I actually don't care much about him, but not that I don't care much about him, but anyway, when he came in the ring, and there was a whole bunch of other wrestlers in the ring too that were just so good, and I looked at everyone during the match, and I just remember thinking, they have so many great wrestlers here. Like, they have great wrestlers here, and
I don't know what to do with them.
There's just nothing.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, again, can you believe they're actually doing the Grand El Americano versus Grand El Americano? They've been joking about that for months. What's going to happen when Chad Gable comes back? And they're actually going to. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe it.
I really don't think, as a booker, when you really look back at some of the stuff, I don't think Triple H is actually that good.
Yeah. The Spider-Man thing? Oh,
yeah,
meme. Sorry, yeah. I thought it said
El
theme.
Grande Americano.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah. Yeah, fair
pointing
enough.
at each other.
I
thought the current El Grande Americano was going to unmask the original El Grande Americano. I really thought that was going to happen, and then I thought that could be an interesting way to, have this feud. You're not going to have El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. You're going to have El Grande Americano versus Chad Gable. I thought that would have been a bit better, but I don't know.
Yeah. At the end of the men's rumble, we were all saying, wait, there's so many great wrestlers left. How are they going to fit them all in? They did not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gargano wasn't in it. Carmelo wasn't in it.
Yep. Yeah, man. Maybe they start needing to do 40 men Royal Rumbles at this rate. And then the final four in the match was Roman, Gunther, Randy Orton, and, of course, Logan Paul.
Of course.
How did you feel about those four being the four? Oh, and Gunther being 30. What did you think about that choice?
I thought that was a good choice. Just, right after that match against AJ, and when he made his entrance, I really thought he was going to win. I thought, okay, yeah, he's got this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't like the ending that much. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
To be honest. What about you? What did you think? What's your opinion on the final four, and then what's your opinion on Roman winning?
Logan Paul is a guy that's won my respect now after a long time. ever since he signed his full-time contract. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, before that, I always respected him for at least doing it, right? For at least getting in the ring, doing it, and doing it well. But what always pissed me off is what pisses everybody off, and that he's pushed to the moon, right? He won the US title and defended it like once or twice, things like that. But the Logan Paul we have now, I'm very, very impressed with because he's stuck with it and he's now a full-time wrestler. But putting him in the final four, man, I just think, like, fuck you, WWE, for like needing your viral moments and your celebrities.
I don't think he even goes viral though, does he?
I don't know, but I know the way that
not
they
anymore.
think. And who else did we have? We had Gunther. Randy Orton kind of, deserves to be in the final four forever until he retires. Like, let's be real. Gunther, well, it is what it is. And Roman, yeah, I mean, God, Roman, man. Like, what are they even doing with Roman now? Like, he's going to wrestle for WrestleMania. He's going to take a huge slot and billing, and then he's going to disappear again. Like, I just don't get the point.
Well, he wasn't even around. He hasn't even been around this month. He's made like 1 or 2 appearances on SmackDown when he declared himself for the Rumble.
That's what I mean.
I don't know.
I would have, I've always said I'd always like a surprise to win, and we got that last year with Jey Uso. But just because that didn't work out doesn't mean we still can't get a surprise winner at the Royal Rumble. Even at least do it with the women, like Sol Ruka. That would have been a surprise.
With Roman winning, like, I wonder who he'll be wrestling at WrestleMania, because I'm still stuck on Drew not getting his real shot at Roman after Clash in the Castle in Scotland, when Drew pretty much had the match won. I should be over this by now. It's been like 4 years and I'm not. And the Bloodline screwed him out of winning the title. And I think they had done that twice. I think Drew was screwed by the Bloodline twice. And I think I said actually a couple years ago, I think I said about 2 years ago, that I really think Drew, needs to get his revenge on Roman. And it needs to be Roman specifically. It doesn't need to be for the championship or anything. It just he needs to get revenge on Roman. I don't know. I feel like Drew versus Roman, but I don't think anyone's really going to care.
Bunk, we spoke about that. You'll have to go back, buddy.
Yeah, I think AJ's going to AEW.
Yeah, look, it is a bit of an interesting course that they're going in a direction. I mean, I'm not really sure. All I know is that you can bet your ass it's going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns next year at WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, and they're going to pay The Rock more money than any wrestler has ever been paid ever. That's a guarantee. I'll put that on it right now. But yeah, man, I think Drew needs a big moment, because he carried them all during COVID and he's not really had it since. He got his moment in Scotland recently, yeah, but that's not WrestleMania,
Yeah.
So who would he fight though? Would it be Roman? Yeah, I guess. I think that's an easy sell.
Well, do you think Drew walks into WrestleMania as champion? Because we've still got Elimination Chamber to go.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Drew needs it for a little while at least 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on the other side of things, you've currently got CM Punk as the world champion. So is he going to walk into WrestleMania as the champ, you think?
I think so. But then do you do Punk versus Roman? even though we had the triple threat last year.
Yeah, see, I'm starting to think it's going to be a Punk, Fatu, Cody triple.
Okay.
That's what I think is going to happen, those three. And then, yeah, Roman and Drew, actually. I reckon that's the two main events for the
Okay.
men. For the women, I'm just waiting for Rhea to just turn on EO and just go psycho and be a bad girl again.
I think the women's title matches sound a bit of a mess, or one of them in particular.
Okay.
Because I get the feeling they're going to do Jade versus Tiffany, and I don't think that's going to be very good.
I forgot about Jade actually being the women's champion.
Yeah.
All right, well, forget that one because no matter what that is, that's just going to be what it is. I've gone blank. Who's the women's champion on the other one?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, that's right. Well, that'll be a banger as well. There's a few names you can pop up with that. But let's see, you got Liv. So she won the Royal Rumble. So is it going to be Stephanie Vaquer or is it going to be?
I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to do Liv versus Jade.
Yeah, it's more likely Liv and Stephanie, isn't it?
If Stephanie's holding the title at WrestleMania, yeah, I think so.
I don't think she's defended it once. No.
I feel like she's hardly had a match.
Yeah, she has. Okay, well that's all I got. Sam, what about you?
I think that's it. I was gonna ask you a question and it's completely gone. Oh yeah, okay. During the whole event, they showed past Rumble winners. Did you see that when they were highlighting people? I was quite surprised when they showed Vince.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
Very surprised.
Yeah,
because they haven't been mentioning him or anything for a long time, and just having his picture on, yeah, really surprised me. I just wanted to mention that.
and what's concerning is we also just recently saw him on the John Cena video package thing as well. So that's twice recently that we've seen him. So hopefully it's just a coincidence and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Oh yeah, Raquel Rodriguez. We win on Monday to start Liv versus her, especially since took another Rumble. Yep. Rey Mysterio and Punk are sweating out here as Gunther is retiring people. All right. Well, thank you very much, Sam. Massive thanks to you. I really do appreciate you coming on. I never expect these things to go for this long, but sometimes they do. Thank you very much. If you are not subscribed to Aussieverse, please do so. I do try to go live straight after the PLEs, but today was different because of the time. I've just gone as early as I could. I'll see you next time. And until then, Sam, what's Aussieverse?
It's for life.
See you later, guys.